If you've ever thought about creating an online course, you know just how time-consuming it can be to structure out everything. From figuring out the order of your content to deciding what kind of activities to include. But with LearnWorlds, it's surprisingly easy. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to generate a course outline in LearnWorlds step by step. You'll learn how to set up your course, structure your content, and even use LearnWorlds AI tools to save time and make the whole process easier. No matter what you're doing, building a new course or organizing content that you already have, this guide will help you build a professional course outline quickly and easily. Step 1, creating a new course in LearnWorlds. Now, if you want to follow along, be sure to click the link down in the description where you can go ahead and get started with a free trial with LearnWorlds so that you can go ahead and follow along with the process. Starting a new course in LearnWorlds is pretty straightforward, but there are a couple of small details that can save you time later on if you do them right from the beginning. So after you go ahead and click the link down in the description to get started with your free trial and you log into LearnWorlds, you'll see an option to create a new course right on the main dashboard. You can also get there by going to the Courses tab and selecting Course Manager. Either way, it's going to take you to the Course Creation Wizard, which is basically a step-by-step setup tool designed to walk you through the process. The first thing you'll need to do is give your course a name. Don't overthink this part. The name should reflect what your course is about, but you don't need to come up with anything super creative here. Think about what someone would type into a search bar if they were looking for a course like yours. That's usually a good starting point. Next, you'll be asked to add a description. This is where you can explain what your course covers and who it's for. Keep it simple but clear. Now, the last part of the setup is uploading a cover image. This is optional, but I'd recommend doing it. People are more likely to click on a course that looks visually appealing. You don't need to hire a graphic designer. Just pick a clean, high-quality image that relates to your course topic. Once you've filled in these details, you're ready to move on to the next step. So I went ahead and just created a new account here in LearnWorlds. So let's go ahead and walk through that first step together. So as you can see right here from the dashboard, we have this area where we can go ahead and create a course. So let's go ahead and click on that button. So this is where we'll go ahead and name our course. Let's go ahead and call this Photography 101. And here's where we can go ahead and put that description. So learn the basics of photography, camera settings, composition, and basic editing. Something like that. And this is where you can go ahead and upload a cover image. And I went ahead and found this picture of a photographer that we'll go ahead and use for this, and we'll go ahead and upload that. Go ahead and click Save to Library. So there we go. We went ahead and got that stuff set up. Let's go ahead and click Continue. Now here, this is where you can go ahead and create your course URL. So you can go ahead and have sort of a backslash here. So we'll go ahead and leave this as Photography 101 and click Continue. Step 2, setting up course access. So now that your course has a name and description, you need to decide how people will be able to access it. This is important because it not only affects who can see your course, but also how you'll make money from it if that's your goal. LearnWorlds gives you a few different options here. Number 1 is draft. If you choose this option, the course won't be visible to anyone except for you. This is great if you're still working on the content and you don't want your students to see it yet. Then there's the free option. So this makes the course available to anyone who signs up. It's a good option if you want to use the course as a lead magnet to grow your email list or attract new students. Paid. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Students will have to pay to access the course. Private. This option makes the course available only to students that you manually enroll. It's useful if you're running a membership or offering the course as part of a coaching program. And then there's Coming Soon. This makes the course visible in your course catalog, but students won't be able to enroll just yet. It's a great way to build anticipation before your launch. And there's also Enrollment Closed. So this lets people see the course, but they won't be able to enroll. This is useful if you're running a limited time offer or closing enrollment after a certain date. If you're planning to sell your course, then you'll want to choose the paid option. Now, you'll also have the option to set a price, which brings us to the next step. Step 3, setting the course price. When it comes to pricing, there's not a one-size-fits-all strategy. Some people like to price their courses low to get more students through the door, while others prefer to charge a premium to position their courses as high value. If you're not sure how to price your course, start by looking at similar courses in your niche. Are most of them charging $50, $100, or $500? This will give you a ballpark idea of what people are willing to pay. You'll also have the option to offer a discount. Discounts can be a great way to drive more sales, especially if you're doing a launch or a seasonal promotion. But if you don't want to rely too heavily on discounts because it can make your course seem less valuable over time. Once you've set your price, you're ready to start building the actual outline. So for this option, let's go ahead and select paid. We'll go ahead, click continue. menu, and we'll go ahead and set the price at $99 and maybe a discounted price of $74.99 and click finish. Step 4, building the course outline. Now this is where things get fun. The course outline is basically the skeleton of your course. It's where you decide what order to present your content and how to break it down into manageable pieces. Create sections. So LearnWorlds organizes course content into sections. Each section works like a chapter in a book, and you can have multiple lessons or activities within each section. Start by creating a section for the introduction. This is where you'll explain what the course is about, who it's for, and what students can expect to learn. Next, think about how to logically group your content. If you're teaching a social media course, you might have a section for setting up profiles, a section for creating content, and a section for building an audience. Try to keep each section focused on a single topic to make it easy for students to follow along. Add learning activities. LearnWorlds gives you a lot of flexibility here. You can add videos, record your screen, or upload pre-recorded lessons, PDFs. You can create downloadable guides or worksheets, quizzes, test your students' knowledge as they go, surveys, gather feedback to improve your course, live sessions, host live Q&A sessions or workshops. By offering a variety of formats, you can engage more students and improve retention. Step 5, using the AI assistant. Just type in your course topic and the AI will generate an outline for you based on the best practices in similar courses. The AI outline isn't perfect, it's more of a starting point, but it can save you a ton of time, especially if you're feeling stuck. So let's go ahead and try out that feature right now. We can see that we are in the course outline section, so let's go ahead and start building with AI. So first it's gonna ask what the course is about, and it says Photography 101, the name of our course, and let's just give it a little bit more here. So maybe we'll say, learn the basics of camera settings, lighting, composition, and basic editing in Lightroom. We'll go multimedia, we'll go videos, PDFs, presentation, and for assessments, we'll have exams, and maybe we'll add a certificate of completion. Then we go ahead and set the number of sections. Let's go ahead and give it 4 sections here. And then it asks each section should have the following number of activities. Let's keep it simple, keep it 2 activities. And then it's gonna ask if we want to include the following key topics. We'll put camera settings, exposure, composition, lighting. I think that's a good start. Next, it's gonna ask to create activities based on either a paragraph, a URL, or existing content. We'll go ahead and leave that blank for now. Then we can set the instructional approach. So here, there are some different choices to choose from. So there's Kolb's experimental learning theory and some other options here. We'll go ahead and leave that as is. And for now, we'll go ahead and just leave the other options blank. But as you can see, there's a couple more you could choose here from. You could specify the course level. We'll put it as introductory. And then you can also describe the course audience and set the tone of voice. But we'll leave that blank and just click generate and see what the AI gives us as a good starting point here. So here we go. We have our introduction to camera settings as module 1, understanding camera modes, mastering the exposure triangle. For section 2, we have exploring lighting techniques, natural versus artificial light, and using reflectors and diffusers. Number 3, fundamentals of composition, the rule of thirds and beyond, leading lines and framing. Number 4, basic editing in Lightroom, importing and organizing photos, essential editing techniques, and then a course completion. Now, honestly, this looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and click on insert content. And there we go. Now we have our course outline. Do you see how easy that was to use LearnWorlds with the AI assistant to go ahead and create our outline? Step 6, preview and finalize. Once you've added all your content, you can go ahead and preview the course to make sure that everything looks good. Walk through it like a student would. Are the sections in the right order? Are the activities easy to access? When everything looks good, you can go ahead and hit publish and you're done. So why course outlines matter? A course outline is more than just a list of lessons. It's the roadmap for your students' learning experience. A well-organized outline helps you and your students stay on track. It breaks down the learning process into manageable steps, which makes it easier for students to follow along and retain what they're learning. Plus, when you have a clear plan, it helps you to avoid the where do I even start feeling that can stop you from creating a course altogether. Now, another big advantage of having a solid outline is that it helps you stay focused. It's easy to get carried away adding extra videos or worksheets that don't really fit into the bigger picture. An outline gives you a structure to follow so you know exactly what belongs in your course and what doesn't. And finally, an outline makes your course look more professional. Students can see exactly what they're getting into before they enroll, which builds trust and increases the chances that they'll actually complete the course. No one likes signing up for a course only to feel like they're lost halfway through. And that's it. Now you know how to generate a course outline in LearnWorlds in just a few minutes. If you want to get started with LearnWorlds, we'll have a link for you down in the description below. This is an affiliate link, which means that we earn a small commission when you use it at no extra cost to you. you. And these commissions really help support the channel and allow us to continue to create free content just like this. So if you end up using it, we thank you so much in advance. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Here on this channel, we make videos dedicated to helping new and existing entrepreneurs get started and succeed in business. So be sure to subscribe. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you here in the next video.